Lumos. Let's see here.
Oh,
Where are you, Miss?
Imogen's fine. I'm over here.
Don't move yet. Your leg may be caught. Let me have a look. Unless you'd rather stay where you are.
That wand. I don't know where it's gone.
Accio wand.
I do not recall inviting you inside.
Ah. Well, the door was open, so I came in. And if I hadn't, you'd still be lying on the floor in the middle of all this. Not much.
Yeah, this is none of your concern. Thank you.
Ah?
I said thank you. Do not try to make an occasion of it. And I'm still not fixing that broken heap of twigs you insist on calling a boomstick. I have neither the time nor the inclination to humour this sort of reckless tinkling, especially from children who mistake stubbornness for talent.
Even so. Let's see here. Well, I can't exactly force you. And I didn't help you because I expected anything in return. Now that you're all right, I'll be on my way.
The door is behind you, unless wandering blindly if I had it of yours.
Right, yes, of course. These designs caught my eye. It would be a shame if no one else ever saw them, after all the work that must have gone into them. And this room you're building now. It's unlike anything on the market. Even at a glance, the balance feels different.
You can tell that much from a glance.
It's hard not to once you start looking properly. I've seen enough models, thanks to a friend who never stops talking about Quidditch gear. It would be a pity if all of this stayed hidden in here.
I'm not interested in displaying my work for public approval, nor do I take on apprentices, if that's where this is heading.
I wouldn't presume to ask that. To be honest, I've coursework this term on, broomstick crafting. And I thought if I spent a little time here, observing and asking the occasional question, I might begin to understand what I'm actually looking at.
And you expect me to believe that is all you're after?
Not entirely. I do still hope you'll agree to look at my friend's broom at some point, but I wouldn't need anything prepared for me. I'd stay out of your way and only ask when it didn't interfere. You'd scarcely notice I was here. I just can't help thinking it would be a waste. All these designs and all this thought, shut away in a dusty room.
Either a remarkable amount of nerve saying that in my own house.
Probably. But I did just help get you off the floor, so I thought I might chance it. I promise, I'll keep out of your way and only learn what you care to show me.
Do not try to win me over. I've seen enough polite faces to know not to trust them. Let us see how well you really know your broomsticks. You'll need to know more than that if you mean to follow my lessons. Let us see how well you really... You'll need to know more than that. Let us see how well...
If you did let me stay, I could help with the smaller things as well. Keep things in order, fetch what you need, handle the simpler tasks so you don't have to keep getting up so often.
That was better than expected. Fine. You may stay. For now. You will keep to the side, you will not touch anything unless I tell you to, and you will not interfere while I'm working. And if you mishandle so much as one tool, do not expect me to waste a bottle of Skelligro fixing your fingers. Some broomcrafters like to distance themselves from the people they design for. It saves them the trouble of understanding how their work is actually used. I have never found that approach useful. If you cannot read the wind, Akagi might as well you're standing on the ground or flying through it.
I think that's what my friend said once. She told me she could read the wind when she's up there.
If she truly can at her age, then she is an exceptionally capable flyer.
And a brilliant Quidditch player as well. Of that I have no doubt.
A broomstick can be found in most Witherden households. That does not make them good. The moment you begin chasing real speed, the cost rises sharply, and most people discover they cannot afford what they thought they wanted.
Is it because of the materials? I know some are difficult to come by, but how expensive can they really be?
Materials are only part of it. Anyone with enough galleons can acquire rare wood or decent bindings. What they cannot buy so easily is design, or precision, or the kind of work that refuses to be standardized.
Like the Firebolt's patented Goblin-forged fittings. I suppose it makes sense. If something's meant to carry you at that kind of speed and height, you want it crafted properly, and tailored to the person using it.
You are more informed than most. And yes, those who insist on speed rarely settle for standard models. May want something that answers to them alone. They commission work suited to their build, their habits, and the way they fly.
That does sound expensive. I imagine most Quidditch enthusiasts would try to make adjustments themselves instead. Now that I think about it, when I was on work experience at the Ministry, I heard something similar mentioned by the Broom Regulatory Control. That was terrible.
Get out of here. Wait, don't.
I never thought this would happen.
That one was far from the worst of them. The moment word spread that I'd returned to Britain from America, people began crawling out of nowhere. They arrive asking questions all over the village, demanding meetings, offering contracts, and once I refuse them often enough, they resort to letters and howlers instead. Anyone with a shred of sense would realize that if I truly wanted business, I would not have hidden myself away in a village like this.
Let's see here.
Were you not? You appeared at my door, demanding I repair a broom immediately. As I recall, you were not especially considerate either.
That was terrible.
Well, the villagers here were suspicious of outsiders long before I arrived. If any of them give you trouble, speak up for yourself.
Even so,
Let them try. Have I said before, a broom's speed isn't determined by its materials, no matter how many people like to believe otherwise. What matters is how you shape the airflow around it, how keenly it cuts through the air, and how little resistance it creates for itself along the way.
Mm-hmm. Ah. Ah.
It would, actually. Most broom crafters spend their lives building forward, yet never learn to return to their earlier work and examine it properly. You have a sharp eye, almost as though you were meant for this.
I don't know if I'm as good as you say, but it kind of feels like schoolwork, doesn't it? If you never go back and look at what you've done, how would you fix anything or get better?
Go back and fix things. I suppose there is some sense in that. If you wish to pursue this properly, I could recommend you after you graduate. A place at the Nimbus Racing Broom Company would not be beyond your reach. You have the sort of instinct most designers spend years trying to develop, and many of them lose it the minute they start chasing whatever happens to sell. But that is your choice. Just do not let other people's expectations choose for you. That road has a way of costing more than it seems. Today, you will fix those two components together.
These are for stabilizing the broom, right? They both look well made, but they don't seem to fit together at all. Is this some kind of test, Imogen? Are you sure about this?
You think the old woman has lost her touch? Not yet, I haven't. I wanted to learn what it feels like to force the wrong parts together, to understand the limits of what you're working with.
They look expensive, though. It feels like a waste to ruin them just to learn from a mistake. Perhaps I can work with something less valuable. You have plenty of spare parts lying around.
Spare parts would teach you nothing. I want you to remember how this feels, how even finest materials will fail if you force them together without care. If you ever build or modify for others, you will need to remember it. And that is what happens when a broom is modified without proper thought or understanding. Much like that heap of twigs you brought with you the first time you arrived. It's an accident waiting to happen.
Are you saying we shouldn't modify our brooms at all? But...
I'm not saying that. I'm saying it carries risk. If you insist on doing it, then do it properly, with care and with knowledge. Otherwise, you're not only endangering yourself, but anyone foolish enough to care about you.
Maybe whoever modified the broom just really loves flying. And wanted to go faster.
Whoever modified the broom. You may as well tell me the truth now. I didn't attend Hogwarts, but unless the curriculum has become very strange indeed, I doubt they're teaching students how to build broomsticks.
I have a friend. The one I mentioned before. Not exactly speaking at the moment, but I know how talented she is. One day, she's going to be one of the finest Quidditch players in Britain. Perhaps beyond. She's been trying to make her broom faster by modifying it herself. As you've seen, it went badly. We hoped it might be repaired, and I hoped if I could manage it, to stop her from pushing herself quite so far before she gets hurt. We quarreled over it, and looking back, I think I made it worse. To her, it must have sounded as though I didn't trust her at all. The way I spoke to her, I can't imagine it was easy to hear. I don't suppose that reflects particularly well on me as a friend.
If you're trying to prove a point, do not do it at someone else's expense. Especially not someone you care for. Mending what lies between people is nothing like repairing a damaged bone. Once certain things are said, or left unsaid, you may carry them far longer than you ever intended.
I don't think I've seen this broom before. It's different from your other designs. The build is leaner, more exact. It feels as though everything unnecessary has been pared away for speed.
Yes, that's right. It will be faster than anything else I've ever made. It has to be.
She doesn't look like she wants to be interrupted. Best leave it be for now.
What is it now?
Let's see here.
Well, I've been around long enough. Lost count after 100. Surely I'm entitled to the occasional distraction.
Even so, this is what I think happened. Makes sense. Even so...
Listen carefully. Your task today is to reseat the tail bristles. The connection for the shaft is unstable, and the new reel strain will tear it loose if the bowards is off. I want every fixing point checked and reset before I return. It's tedious work, but it's what holds everything together. Get it wrong, and the broom won't survive a proper lift.
Wait, where are you going, Imogen? If it's something that needs doing, I can go instead.
That is not your concern. You've been given your task. See it through.
I'm not trying to interfere. Just tell me when you'll be back, so I know how long I've got.
I have not fallen so far as to need a child managing my affairs. I'll be back before sunset. If I return and that broom in stone pieces, you may consider yourself dismissed.
Merlin's beard! I never thought this would happen. I should have realized sooner. If this is what matters to you, Imogen, then I won't let it go unfinished.
Shut the door properly. Don't let the damp in. It interferes with the work.
You're still thinking about the work? This came not long after you left. I didn't open it, but it's marked for immediate attention. Imogen, are you alright? I mean it. If something's wrong, you don't have to keep carrying on as though nothing's happened. You could rest, and I'll manage things here.
Don't worry, I won't give out just yet. I've no intention of letting something as trivial as death interrupt my work.
That's not funny, Imogen. I'm not worried about the lessons. And Robin's broom will deal with it somehow. I just don't like seeing you force your way through something like this, as though it makes no difference.
If you're finished fussing, there's work to be done, and spare me the concerned looks. Has managed perfectly well without them so far.
I'll stay out of your way, Imogen, but I'll be keeping an eye on you. Imogen? You're not up yet? That's a first. I never thought this would happen. No, this isn't simply repaired. Every part of it has been adjusted and refitted, brought into even better alignment than before. What are you trying to do, Imogen? Is this your way of settling things? Set things right and leave before anyone can stop you? Let's see here. That was brilliant. Even so, please.